one. Fort Campbell controls the tip. We got Fort Campbell in the red. Barksdale Bombers in the black. Should be a very good game. Boyd gets started early. 3 ball comes up short. Once again, just like to welcome everybody back to day 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. A lot of action going on. We got games over at the other gym in court 2. And this game is just getting underway. Once again, we got great coaching matchups. We got Coach Darnell coaching Barksdale, and then Paul Parker in charge of the Fort Campbell. 3-pointer comes up short. These two teams are distinctly different. Barksdale is very much a aggressive, scrappy, 3-ball goes in from the wing type of a team. We used to run with the motto of 40 minutes of hell. So you'll see a lot of fight out of this group. Regardless of size, regardless of depth, they are going to fight to the end. Ball's into the free throw line, turnaround jumper is good. 3-2. Campbell on the other side, extremely talented team, good size. Did take a little bit of an injury hit yesterday. Brown went down, so they are without him. So it may change a little bit of rotation. Clark turnovers with his left shoulder, misses the jump shot. Mookie pushes it down court, swings it left one more time. Pierce holds it up, takes a look at what's going on. Mookie the vet mishandles the entry pass. That's rare. Good finish at the rim. No, he misses. Rebounded as they come back down, control the basketball. I think the keys for this team, the keys for the winner of this game, maybe a little bit different than the last game we just seen. I really believe shooting is going to be a premium in this game. Whichever team can knock down the open 3 is probably the team that'll create a little bit of separation. These teams shoot a lot, as I said. Bank shot goes in. Not sure he called that, but we'll give him this one. Make him call the next one. But these teams shoot quite a bit of perimeter shots. So whoever can shoot a higher percentage, I think, will pull this one out. Again, these teams are in the same boat. They went 1-1 during pool play as Pierce gets to the rim. Little floater short. Wooten controls the rebound. Kicks to the Boyd as he comes up the left side. Both teams went 1-1 pool play. Barksdale had a chance to play Seymour Johnson. Active finish at the rim by Boyd. Baseball pass. Pin to the rim. One thing about Wooten is he is extremely active. Quick 3. Comes up long. Rebounded by Barksdale. Campbell got back on defense. That's something that they constantly have to get reminded. Another 3-ball goes up and it's good. Not sure if I'm doing a James Harden guitar right now. That's the first one you knock down, young man. Let's hit a few first. Entry pass to Wooten. Wooten gets double teamed. Ball's knocked loose. There goes the scrap of Barksdale. You put that ball down, they're going after it. Much rather see Clark about 5 feet closer. He can do a whole lot of work in that mid-range to the rim. Not sure I want to see him taking a whole lot of skill threes. Turnover, Barksdale. Move one of the best 3-point shooters that the military basketball, I believe, has seen. He can shoot that basketball well. Been playing for several years, battled through injuries, and it's just good to see some of the old guys still playing and still being productive. So Boyd attacks, shoots the floater, comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Campbell controls it. Pull it out, reset. Swings back to the corner. Wide open 3-pointer in the corner. Long, back iron. Great rebound by Clark. This is where he's dangerous. Turns around, shoots, misses that one badly. Misses it badly, but I would still rather see him taking those shots than standstill threes. Very talented young man. Sometimes I think he gets carried away with his decision on where to score from, but extremely talented. Barksdale walking walking it down the court, trying to get something set up. Campbell sitting back in the 2-3 zone. Another three, and it's good. You have got to close out on Barksdale. If you don't, they will let it fly. There we go. Clark attacks, misses the layup, gets his own rebound, misses. Wooten tips it back in, rattles around the rim, and it's good. He's so active. He was extremely active in Denver last year. He was impressive. He was everywhere. Nice, easy entry pass, mid-range jumper, turn around at the free throw line, and it's good. 13-7 is the score. 4:40 left in the first quarter. One pass, three, comes up short. Wooten with another rebound, goes up strong. A little bit of contact, misses it. Clark goes up, misses. Wooten. Must be nice to just be tall. Fort Campbell played keep away for quite a while on the offensive glass, and finally Wooten is fouled. He'll go to the line for two. Size matters, I guess. Barksdale's going to have to box out. If they don't, that length is going to really hurt them. First one is up and hits absolutely nothing. Regroup and try it again. We're going for the second one now. Second shot is up. A little bit short, made a correction though. Pierce gets it on the left side, swings it back middle, back to Pierce on the left side. Nice finish at the rim. Clark tried to draw the charge, but I think he fell a little bit early. Referee didn't go for the flop. Entry pass. Gets it back high, swings it right, Boyd to Clark. Double team, drops down. Beautiful move, step through, missed. Gets his rebound, pushes it back up. Fouled on the return. First one's good. Second free throw comes up short. Sis brings it down and pulls from deep. In and out. Got that kind of confidence. Somebody better get out there. Corner three, knocked down. Barksdale, 3-point lead. Interesting story, these two teams. They all used to be part of the Central. Fort Campbell and Barksdale. Barksdale is still currently in the Central, but they are stable teams. They've been there since the beginning, so as the NBA expands, more teams come on board. It's good that the original squads are still being a part as we get a shot clock violation, but it's absolutely good to see the original teams still participating, still playing, still being a major staple in what's going on with the NBA. Boyd crosses half court, entry pass to Wooten, back line, finishes at the rim. Great catch, great catch. Wooten once again changes the shot. If you're gonna go in there and attack somebody with that type of length and athleticism, you gotta get into their body. You can't go in there trying to move the ball all over the place and avoid contact. You gotta just go in there and challenge him. Man to man, chest to chest, get him before he jumps. If not, he's gonna disrupt things all day. Boyd, three-pointer from the right side. Off the mark, rebounded, being pushed right now. Barksdale pulls it out, resets, swings it once. pass. Pierce in the middle. Free throw line's good. Also a new addition. Hasn't been with Barksdale that long, but definitely has made an impact in the time that he's been there. Good box out rebound. Barksdale's on the move. Pierce pulls up, three, short, rebound Wooten. Floater comes up short, Barksdale gathers himself, cross half court, get the offense set. Campbell still sitting in their zone. Three-pointers, bank shot, miss. Rebound control, Campbell. Boyd pushing it. Back to the center. Loses control of the ball. 3-on-1 with a bad outlet pass. Under 1 minute left. Boyd crosses half court. Attacks the middle. Drop off to Wooten. He can't control it. Ard was pretty quiet yesterday, but we know that he's definitely a big part of what they do. He had a great tournament in Denver last year as well, so I'm sure he's looking forward to making it back to the NBA Finals and showing that it wasn't a fluke. Another one of the OGs come in. Matt Wyman's been there for quite a while. As long as I've played or seen Barksdale basketball, you've seen Mr. Matt Wyman. Gets it on the left. Entry pass to the free throw line area. Turn, face, score. Nice and easy. Attack the middle of that zone. Easy buckets. I'm all about that. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Pump fake by Barry. Barry drop off. Finish at the rim. 8 seconds. Back to Pierce. Back to Matt. Comes up short. First quarter in the books. Current score 16-19. All right, before we get the second quarter started, we're joined by head coach Fort Worth. How's it going, sir?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for having me.
What do you think about the tournament?
Overall, this is I think, extremely great tournament. Al's been doing a phenomenal job leading this tournament, man. The competition is elite. Um, I think it's been well, man. This has been a great tournament thus far.
Well, talk to me just a little bit about the resiliency it takes as a head coach, military team, with everything you're facing right now, whether that's funding, whether that's COVID, travel, whatever it may be. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the resiliency to do what you do?
Well, I think speaking of resiliency, man, I want first give a shout out and acknowledge every coach that's doing this. Because it's huge, man. Every coach here volunteers their time to lead, mentor, guide these troops. Okay. They volunteer their time to lead and mentor these troops. And the resiliency is there, with the factors of either the COVID, funding, like you said, just planning and logistical issues, right, man? Again, mentoring on and off the court, which is huge, man. So to me, I think to all the coaches, not just me, but to all the coaches, I think it's a salute to everybody that does it, man. So
Yeah, I I totally agree. A lot of times when we think about the game of basketball, we always appreciate and enjoy what these players can do on the court. But sometimes I do think it's missed as to what the coaches put in.
Yeah.
And it's great when you can take a moment like you just did and give those props and those recognitions. Not sure that there's any votes or anything like that when you start talking about all tournament teams, but give me one player that you've seen that stands out during the last 48 hours of basketball.
Gosh, man, it's a tough question. There's a few. There's a few that stand out, man. I don't know, man. That's tough. That's a great
You gotta
question.
give me one. I'm not letting you go till you give me one.
One player?
One
that
player
stands
that
out?
stood out for the last few days. I know you guys have had the opportunity to play two of the tough teams, three tough teams. So just any player that may stand out. It's not a knock on the other ones. I just
No,
want you to
it's
give me
not.
one.
I think from what I've seen, let me say that. Based on what I've seen in the teams I played, I like Kennedy. Kennedy with OKC has been extremely well, man. He's a shifty guard. He plays that two-way. He plays both sides of the floor, offense and defense. He can knock the shot down. When he has a mismatch, he knows how to attack and take advantage of that, man. So for me and what I've seen firsthand with this tournament going on, man, Kennedy's been playing well.
All right, sounds good. Like I say, it's not a knock on any of the
No,
other
not at
players.
all.
Everybody listening, just giving the coaches an opportunity to point out somebody that's impressed them. It's always difficult to scheme for an entire team, and then you'll have somebody here or there that'll throw you off, even though you scheme for the team. So, hey, I appreciate your time, man. Just wanted a quick word with you. Great job coming in short-handed amongst all the adversity, man. Just love it. Keep doing what you do, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Coach Mo. Appreciate you, baby.
Yes, indeed. Back to the live action. Current score is 23-16 as we get a foul here on the return. Yeah, man. We talked about Coach Snow a little bit before during the first game. Taking over for Kim Green, those are some big shoes to fill. She's a legend in military basketball. The things she's been able to do and accomplish, starting that program, starting multiple military basketball programs. And when she decided to step away, she was able to leave it in capable hands. So I think he's going to continue the tradition. Fort Worth will be around for a while. So get a nice finish at the rim as Campbell brings the ball back down the court. Run a trap in the corner, escape dribble, swings it 2 times to the left. Clark with a pull-up, 12-foot jumper, a little bit short. Barksdale mishandles the rebound, but finally can corral it. Not used to seeing Barksdale as loose with the basketball as they are right now. I know they lost a couple of their guards. They did lose a couple of guards at PCS, one PCS to I think Washington State when I talked to Doe a little bit earlier. But he did have a couple of guards that were really secure with the ball, really up-tempo, a lot of hard pressure defense. Losing those guys definitely changes how you look, but I'm sure they will stay together and get it under control with the tournament. Mookie gets the entry pass. No going on the Clark with the finish at the rim in transition. That's what I enjoy seeing him do. Get to the front of that rim. Got an illegal pick. Good call, Mr. Ref. Mook leaned in a little bit. Wanted to make sure he put a little wood on the guard coming through and just leaned a little bit.
Oh, they left? You already talked to them? They gone?
Not overly excited about all of that dribbling though, so. Pierce enters the game. Boyd coming back in for Campbell. Dangerous pass, but I'll tell you, Barksdale definitely being loose with that basketball. I'm just not sure about that. Some people watching may wonder why he's so far out there. Bottom line is he'll pull it. Great skill play, the passing lane, bang out. If we had instant replay, I would definitely show that again. Bottom line is, if you want to learn how to play the passing lanes, that's how you do it. Ard played that passing lane perfect, baited him into it. Outside hand, knocked the ball loose. Finishes at the rim real easy. Great defense. Backdoor cut, Pierce missed him on the cut. Too busy dribbling, ball swings. A little bit long on the side, but like I told you, he'll pull it. Draws the foul. One thing about him, he's got all that athleticism and he's extremely active. I would like to see him get a little bit better at finishing with contact. If he put that into his game, he might be virtually unstoppable down there on that box. Right now, you can't bump him or push him and send him to the line. If he turned those into and ones, it would be extremely valuable, considering the fact that, well, we just missed the front end of the two-shot free throws, so one free throw left coming up. Second shot now. Misses them both. Going back to the point, that's why he would be so valuable if he was finishing through contact. At least we got two out of that. Now we got an empty possession. Barksdale comes back down, ball swing. Not sure why we're making entry pass to Pierce post up, but that didn't work out too well, so Campbell will control the ball around the down court. Swing twice, they're running the foul out. Man comes back through, curls to the corner, wide open jumper. Ard knocks it down. .25, we got a ball game. Good talent, shot goes up, short, great box out, fight for the rebound. In some kind of way, Barksdale gets it back. And Wooten standing there saying, no. Wooten gets the ball in, gets it high. It's always a safe position pass. Everybody watching, things go bad. Somebody high. Good closeout by Boyd. Good shot by Pierce. Good offense beats good defense any day of the week. And I don't care what your coach says. That's the bottom line. That was a beautiful shot. Good defense, but Pierce got the better of him on that one. Clark corrals it, mid-range jumper, comes up a little bit short, fights for the loose ball. Barksdale's got it, going the other way. Last game I talked a lot about Mitchell and how good he was for Oklahoma City. Was able to make them control them to get the win. I feel that Boyd is maybe one of the most underrated point guards in military basketball. This young man can flat out play, and people still don't talk about him. Down on defense, good shot, good D. As I give Boyd credit, he gets dropped off for another basket. I don't know. But Pierce is an offensive guy, so all you can do is play solid defense. He's going to make some, he's going to miss some. This is how it goes. Hard, open three-pointer in the corner, comes up short. Good box out by Mook, but Mook is just so long. Gets off his rebound, dumps it off. He get the finish at the rim. Constant motion. Constant motion. Constant motion. Leads to easy basket. 29-25. Barksdale gives it back to Pierce. He might be cooking. I don't believe Clark is on him there, but he makes it tough. He made it tough. Campbell gets a stop. They're on the break. Feed the Woo. Oh! Now I really wish we had instant replay because that was as clean as we can get. Haven't had anything negative to say about the referees, but now I do. That was a bad call. Fort Campbell has to be able to continue to play and continue to attack. Barksdale has to ignore everything that's going on, whether it's the whistles, whether it's fatigue. Stay as close as they possibly can. Because Campbell will get away from you. Side note, Campbell's missing Mr. Ray. Not sure where he's at. I was told he may be PCSing. Back to Fort Sam, but easily one of the best shooters that Fort Campbell's had. He was knocking him down for Fort Sam for years. And I miss seeing him. He's just such a hard-nosed player. He knocks down all the open shots. Who can forget what he did in Denver last year with the last-second buzzer? Unfortunately, he's not here with us this week. Barksdale controls the ball. Gets it over the space. One-on-one. Nice spin move. Finishes at the rim. Blows the layup. And Campbell is off to the races again. 2-on-1. 3-on-2. Finish at the rim. Hard finishes with it easy. Tie ball game. 2 minutes left in the game. A lot of walking. Got a 10-second violation. Didn't get across court. And if there's not enough referees, Paul Parker will be sure to help them out as much as he possibly can. So great 10-second call by Coach Paul Parker. Three ball, boy, takes a three, and it's good. Nice shot, young man. 32-29. Nice move by Pierce, gets to the middle, goes up, and he misses. Gets his own rebound, goes high, three ball. Good. Nice hesitation move, draws a foul, getting to the basket. Tiz is showing a little sign of frustration, but I hate to be the one to tell you, there's just not a whole lot you can do. When Boyd decides he's getting to the basket, he's getting to the basket. Two shots coming from the line. Everything settled down a little bit. First one's up. Good. Subs coming in. A lot of sub entries game. Just a reminder that Dover and Seymour Johnson are playing over on court too. Not sure what the score is at the moment, but we'll be sure to get an update for you. Let you know when we come back from halftime. 14 left in the first half. 10 dribbles left. Back right. Attacks the middle, goes up strong, finishes at the basket. Dribbling with a purpose. Much rather that than just standing up there dribbling around. Under 1 minute. 34-34. Entry pass to Clark. Turns and faces. Open under. Left hand. Good pull up. Wasn't able to finish it. Ball comes back down. Hard pushing the pace. Turns it over. 3-on-2. Barksdale 3-on-2. Drop off. Finish at the rim. This looks more like 40 minutes of hell. They were up and down for years. They put pressure on you defensively, and as soon as the ball was turned over, they were off to the races. So we'll see if they're able to keep that up in the second half. I know they're short-handed, but they played at a much slower pace this first half. We'll see if the second half is different. Under 10 seconds left, holding for the last shot. Hard one-on-one. Pierce kicks Kicks it over to Baker. Baker in and out, pull up, 10-footer. Long. First half is over. Barksdale up to 96-34. Be back for the second half.
Duty, honor, sacrifice. To those who have served and continue to serve, those who defend our nation to preserve our freedoms, our way of life, our homes. It's our turn to serve you. At Benchmark, we never quit on our veterans. We have changed the way VA lending is done, and we will not fail you. Let us bring you home.
All right, it's doing halftime right now, 36-34. Sitting here with Coach Morgan of Oklahoma City, was able to pull out a win in the first game that we broadcasted. First of all, congratulations on your win, Coach.
Thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about how you felt during the game.
We felt confident during the game. We had a game plan coming out, and we knew that if we could execute that game plan, that we would have a decent shot at winning. Basically, just trying to get the players to buy in and play team basketball instead of individual basketball. Because this is a team game.
Yep.
So when you get caught up playing individual basketball and talking smack, you can look up at the scoreboard and be down real quick.
Absolutely.
And it's hard to dig yourself out of a hole against this level of competition. I mean, these guys, a lot of them could play college ball right now. Some of them have played college ball. So you can't come out here and let your guard down for a second. I mean, even when you're rebounding the ball, if you don't secure it, somebody's going to come and strip you. So just being aware of the game time and game situations, and sometimes having to rein the players in to remind them, hey, I know you're tired, but you need to refocus on the task at hand.
Speaking of that fatigue, that was one of the things for me. So I spoke to you at halftime, and watching the game, I was so impressed with Mitchell. I'm not very familiar with him. He wasn't around when I was playing and coaching and everything, but I was so impressed with how he controlled the pace. He was able to run when he seen a clear advantage so that you didn't waste any possessions. he was able to slow it down at any point. And I don't know if that was a connection between you or him, or is that something you always get from him?
So that's something that I've been working with Mitch on all season long. Obviously, we have a little bit of an older team, so we have to really pick and choose the right spot on when to run and when to pull it out. If the initial break isn't there, he has to be the floor general. He's got to pull it out. He's got to see the whole floor, and I trust him with that responsibility. So before the game, I told him, I said, hey, take the gloves off. All right, take the gloves off. I'm not handcuffing you, not telling you that you can't shoot. Attack. If there is an opportunity for you to attack, but attack with a purpose. Okay? And if that attack's not there, back it out because you're the coach on the floor. Right? So Mitch is, he's an older player. I think Mitch is around 34, 35. He didn't play, like you said, initially with us years ago when I first started in 2011. But he's been able to come on board and be a solidifying point guard coach on the floor for us. It's made a huge difference because sometimes he also has to calm down the players on the floor when things aren't going right. And if they're tuning me out and not listening to me, sometimes it helps if it comes from one of their peers that's out there on the floor going, okay, we know coach is going to yell, but Mitch is also, and even in the huddle, at halftime, he was calming people down. We had a player that was really upset. We were up 7, and he was kind of wanting to do something that was out of the game plan, and Mitch told him, he said, no, hey, we have a plan. Calm down. We don't need that energy right now. Okay, get your head, and let's get ready to go for the second half.
Well, he was impressive to me. I value a point guard. All those years I had Ray, and he was my point guard, and it's amazing when you have somebody that can feel the pulse of the team and then understands the coach, and you're able to control players, run when it's time to run, pull out, change defenses. So I was impressed with him. Now, one thing, if you do watch the feed, one thing you're gonna hear me say about 100 times is layups and free throws. I felt like that was a key component to you guys after watching yesterday.
Yes.
First half, first quarter started off missing layups, and I felt like the major difference was you made layups in the second and third. Fort Worth didn't. How did you feel about those easy opportunities and how important they were for you?
They are so crucial, and I think we even spoke about it at halftime. That was one of the big keys, being able to hit your layups, right, and be able to hit those free throws. Yesterday, we settled for way too many jump shots, way too many early in the shot clock. And not only that, but then when we would go to the free throw line, we weren't making our free throws. It's kind of hard to win games at this level when you're shooting 20 to 30% from the charity stripe. That's hard. And like you said, layups are key. They're gimmies at the bucket. You got to put them up there off the glass with the purpose of them going in. So many guys now, they kind of take it for granted that when they go up, it's going to go in, but they don't even look to finish it. They just kind of throw it up and go, oh, and then it rolls around, and then they're coming down, and the coaches, getting on them because you don't always get free looks at the basket. Very often, you don't get them, but when you get them, you got to take advantage of them. And that could be the difference between winning and losing in the ball game.
Absolutely. And I definitely, with an older team, with the shortened rotation, after watching you yesterday, and you're right, you guys, there were a lot of shots that were questionable, and I was even saying, I know Coach Mo's mad about that shot, and I knew that there were some shots that were questionable, but I do feel like with the older team, shortened rotation, if I get an opportunity for an easy one,
yes,
I gotta have it. I can't afford to waste it. Last thing I got for you, your bigs. 15 stayed on the floor and challenged. He didn't make any dumb swipes at block shots. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. But he anchored the center of your defense. How did you get him to stay on the floor and not do all the nonsense? Because I got a high school team, and everybody want to block. He played fundamental defense, and I felt like that was a huge key because their post game was not able to do anything.
Right. The first thing that I told him is you got to be strong in your base. It starts from the floor up, from the feet up. You have to be solid. And I told him you have to hold your ground. When you're 6'7" and you're taller than everybody on the floor, you don't have to tomahawk swipe down. They're gonna bring it to you, and you swat it on the way up. You chip it up. He got a few calls where he got called for blocking fouls, but he still stood his ground, and he understands as a player that, hey, I don't have to swat down. I against a guy that's 5'6", 5'5". I'm 6'7". What am I swatting down for? I'm just going to hit him on top of his head and get a foul call. So it's a discipline. It's hard sometimes to get young players to understand that because they'll watch ESPN, they'll watch YouTube and see a highlight, and they'll see the big block. In the NBA, somebody swatting something going out of bounds. But if you notice, they get those at the peak of the shot. They're not trying to swat it on the way down and try to hit it as hard as they can. You got to stay patient. And so he doesn't take the bait. He's learned not to take the bait on fakes. He's learned not to take the bait on little bitty guys jumping into me because one guy came down and tried to do a little 360 and he just fell on the floor. But it comes with maturity and trusting what the coaches tell you. And that's my best advice for the young guys. Trust your coaches. Okay? Even if you don't understand it all now, right? Believe them now, trust them now, and find out later.
That's it.
Right? Coach is never going to lead you wrong. You've done this a long time. You've done it a long time. I've been playing ball since I was in the second grade. Can't play no more, obviously. Bad Achilles. But even coaching the game, you see so much. And just because you're not in the battle on the floor doesn't mean that you're not in the battle.
Exactly.
You're still in the battle, but you're there mentally, and you're controlling, and you're seeing things, and players have to trust the coach's views from the floor. And as long as they do that, more times than not, you'll be successful. And it's worked out for us. It's worked out for us this year, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Yeah, I look forward to
games.
seeing you guys. Yeah, I look forward to the next one. So, getting those players off their feet, rested, especially the old guys hydrated.
Yep.
Be ready to go. So, we're back to live action right now. We got right under 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Tiz goes down, Wooten rejects, outlet pass by Campbell, finish at the rim. Campbell takes 2-point lead on the breakaway. I was just having a conversation, I know you probably got things to do, but you sit here as long as you want.
Sure.
I was just talking on camera or on the mic about Boyd. And I feel like he is one of the most underrated point guards in military basketball.
Absolutely.
I was so impressed with him in Denver, and every time I've seen him play, this young man can just flat out play.
He absolutely can. He's a very smart, technically sound player. He doesn't turn the ball over. And that's what you need from a point guard. You need a guy that can handle the ball, that has more assists than turnovers. Because he's the captain, like we said earlier. He's the captain on the floor. He's the coach on the floor. He directs everything. A lot of times, the team will go how the point guard goes. Even if he's not scoring, he's still affecting the
He's
game.
still making things happen. Barksdale finishes at the rim. Campbell pushes it down the left side of the rim. Attacking the basket. Ball's knocked away. Going the other direction. But you're absolutely right. And when I look at some of the point guards around the league, in general, I think it's really positive when you have a point guard that has a different temperament than the coach. So we all love Paul Parker. He's fiery. He's aggressive. And then his point guard is the calmest, coolest. And it just seems to be a nice balance. And I think that's important. I think you can get a lot out of that.
Absolutely.
Ball swings corner, wide open three-pointer, comes up short. Stay here, Barksdale basketball.
It's nothing like having a calming voice on the floor when emotions are high.
When the coach is going crazy.
He's one to put you in the fish grease.
I look at
Boys
Coach.
gonna sit there and turn the temperature down a little bit.
I look at Coach Azevedo. Ace is the same way. He's fiery and yelling and screaming, and then Mike is handling the ball, not saying a whole lot, just real calm. And it's a good offset. It's a delicate balance, but it is a good offset. Mookie wide open, takes the three. Bottom of the net.
That trigger still works.
Still works. I said a minute ago, people may be watching, wondering why they're guarding him 25 to 35 feet away. I said it won't be long before he shows you why. He's going to still knock him down. Corner three comes up short. Barksdale controls the ball. Pierce is a good addition. He's a good addition. I remember when I was coaching Cannon, we had a lot of battles with Barksdale, legendary battles. I'm glad that they didn't have a guy like him around at that point.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is a tough guard.
He really is. He's athletic. He's smart. You know, he gets the ball where it needs to be. And if you have a player that does that, it creates havoc for your defense.
Absolutely. Attacks the
Oh,
middle, drop off the hoop.
And there's Boyd again, creating.
There he is again. Penetrate the defense, draws both of the defenders, drops it out to Wooten. Now Wooten played really well when we were in Denver, and I've watched him throughout this year as well. But I made a comment a few minutes ago that I just feel like if he could get stronger and finish through contact, he would be such more valuable
Oh, absolutely.
as an offensive player. And that's the one thing. He can always be in the right spot. He catches well, but if you bump him, he'll miss, and he may shoot 50 or 60% from the line. So if he was finishing those, I think he would add quite a bit to his game.
He's got an advantage in that he's a natural lefty, and he can finish with both hands. And he's wiry and can jump. And what is he, about 6'7", 6'8"?
At least,
You know, long, lanky, can handle the ball a little bit, very athletic. But yeah, he needs to add a little strength to his frame. And he's already a problem now, but if he does that, he's going to be
yeah, he'll
unstoppable.
be tough. Mookie knocks down another one from the timeline. Barksdale gets a steal, attacks the rim one-on-one, stops up and under, comes up short, tips it in, still fighting. Tiz gets his own rebound and fights. 40 minutes of hell is still a thing.
Oh, yeah, it
it's
is.
still real. Barksdale is forever going to be scrappy and fight. That is just the makeup of their coach, man. Doe is just great guy, but definitely scrappy. He'll finish at the rim by Wooten. Swing it to the corner, Pierce, pump fake and go, pull up.
I love that. You see how he didn't settle for the three?
Yep.
I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
He is, he's a throwback to the to basketball, to
He
the
is.
old school basketball. He'll take the three, but he'll get as close as he can to get the best shot.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love.
Yes. Yes.
He's physical, he defends, play the passing lane, hands up. Everything that you try and teach people, but they don't want to do it because it ain't cool.
Because it ain't cool, it's not flashy, it's not going to make the big highlight reel. But it's effective. It is so critical and effective and important to winning.
It is. It is. It's a staple. Tough lay. Tough lay. Ball should be staying. Fort Campbell's ball.
The other one to watch too from Barksdale that does that is number 40. I was watching them when they played Fort Benning last night. That man from 15 feet and in
Knocked
is
down?
lethal. He can knock him down. He can pull the three occasionally, but he probably had about 20 points in the first half just from free throw line jump shots, elbow jump shots, short wing jump shots, and there was nothing that anyone could do with it.
Three-pointer comes up short. Wooten with the offensive rebound, up and under. Once again, same kind of scenario. A little contact just throws him off balance just enough. I love his action, man. He's so active. I just want him to be a little bit stronger. Boyd's three-pointer comes up short. Wooten gets another hand on it, but Barksdale corrals it. So as you talk about 40, I was watching today's game. He's been their high energy guy. He's doing all the hustle plays. Nice attack the rim. Great defense by Wooten. Who else but Boyd? Timeout taken. I think he's just trying to make sure his player is okay. He was definitely their high energy guy though. He's all over the court hustling, all the hustle plays.
He plays a lot of minutes, and he keeps that energy the whole game.
Something to be said about an energy guy. I was actually nervous about you guys. Morrison came in. Morrison came in during your game from Fort Worth, and he instantly put some energy into them. And I watched the league go 12, 10, 8. I was like, uh-oh. So it's something about having at least one energy guy that just loves to do the hustle and the effort. And if he's got some skill, that's just an added bonus.
Oh, absolutely, because it's contagious, It changes the momentum of the game, and you can feel it. I had to call timeout, and I thought, how many of these do I got left?
Yep, absolutely. Three-pointer rattles around, doesn't go in. Barksdale gets it back. Mookie for three, comes up long. Wooten grabs the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Barksdale. Fort Campbell's ball. Yeah, you do. You start wondering, like, how long can I stand this? Say, I got 2 timeouts. I'm going to have to waste one because he's outworking us.
He's outworking us.
So, yeah, it is important. I feel like that's the same thing with Campbell. So they lost Brown yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So Brown's not playing today, and he does that for them.
Yeah.
He was over on crutches earlier, and I'm not sure if he's still on them or not, but he went down last night, and that's the first thing I thought. He's their energy guy.
Oh my gosh.
And they don't have that spark.
So now they got to find it.
Yep, somebody else has to do it.
Yep.
Good finish by Clark. It's got to be nice. Paul's got 2 left-handed players that can score.
Oh yeah.
That has to be nice. You get a lefty that can score. It's tough
man,
to.
It's tough.
It's tough to guard.
I never liked guarding lefties just because of that. You know, and the weird angles that they can twist and move their body. It's always a challenge, especially like you said, if they've got skill that can score, it makes it tough.
Hard with the pull up. A little bit short. Rebound move. Nice way to attack the basket. Tiz with the kick out. I tell you what, one thing I do now is, even with my high school kids, trying to teach them that as soon as they hear the whistle, the ball has to find the backboard.
Yes.
The ball has to find the backboard. He would have got 2 shots if he would have just found a way to get that ball up to the rim.
Because now you're shooting free throws, 2 shots.
Yep.
Versus taking the ball out of bounds.
And then now we got an inline inbound, so that's not the most optimum situation against a team that's way bigger and way longer. So, yeah, you hear that whistle, man, find a way to get that ball off the backboard and just see if the ref will give you 2.
Yeah. You just never know. You just never know.
Speaking of refs, though, I haven't, you and I both as coaches, we're pretty mild-mannered when it comes to, don't do a lot of yelling and screaming at referees. Yeah. And I haven't seen you other than the one terrible call yesterday, which we talked about.
Yes.
I haven't seen you say anything about the refs. How do you feel about these refs?
I think these refs have been really good. The one here on the end that has the ball in his hand, he was great. He came out before, during the pregame, he got the coaches together, explained some things. And he flat out told us, he said, look, we're going to let you play, okay? So we're not going to call the little ticky-tack fouls unless you guys start crying, and then we'll tighten up. And I think that's critical because a lot of times you come into the game as a coach and you're assuming, okay, I want things to be fair on both ends. My guy got hacked, so on the other end, if we do the same thing to them, we don't want a foul call on us. We want it to be fair. So I think as long as you're fair and you communicate with the officials and keep that level of respect, I think it goes a long way. And even with the situation yesterday, I apologize to the guy because he said I kind of disrespected him when I was questioning what he was doing. I said, listen, man, I wasn't trying to disrespect you. There was some confusion on the floor, and I didn't think that you took charge. I apologize. And we were good after that. We were laughing and joking for the rest of the game, even though it was a tense game for me. I was able to kind of laugh it up with him because if you highlight yourself, because he kept looking at me after he gave me that warning to see if he's going to tee me up and throw me out. And I didn't give him any ammo, so.
Well, I tell you what, I applaud you for that because I'd have got a text. That was absolutely horrible, and I don't care what he has to say. That's just the bottom line. But yeah, I'm the same way. I try to stay away from the refs. The referees don't generally dictate the game.
Right.
You can always complain, but you make the layup, you make the free throw.
Right.
The game is on the players. So.
And the referees are human. Some of these officials have experience coaching semi-pro in college. But at the end of the day, even with all those credentials, you're still human.
Still make mistakes.
He made one, did one on up to it, but it wasn't for me to ride him because they weren't going to go to instant replay and reverse the call.
I've said a couple times on here that I wish we had instant replay because there's been a couple that are missed. But I think that's key, though. Referees that have the ability to say, hey, coach, I missed it.
Right.
That is generally enough to get that coach off your back. And I was surprised yesterday that he didn't because it was a clear-cut terrible call. And you say, hey, that's my bad. Most of the time the coach is going to leave you alone.
Right.
But don't act like we don't make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So there goes Pierce again, playing that passing lane. Got a little bit too flashy. Hard. Drops it off. Great defense. Great defense. Say what, if Pierce finds a way to get a better jump shot, he may start reminding me of Jason Tatum. He is aggressive. He is extremely aggressive.
Oh yeah, he knows how to get to his spots.
Yeah.
And get to his sweet spot and deliver.
He can definitely score the ball. Good frame to be able to still play on the perimeter. Tiz down the middle. It's hard to keep him out the paint. Only thing about him, great way to reestablish himself before touching the ball. Smart play.
He's got some really good body control. I was noticing that last night in the game against Benning. His body control is just, when he gets in the paint, he's not very tall, but he knows how to twist and turn his body when he's jumping against a bigger defender and still get his shot off.
I had a player at Eglin that was like that, Stanton Simmons. He about 6'2", 6'3", handled the basketball, get to the rim, and could contort his body any kind of way. Only thing that I would love to see with Tiz is spend time learning spots on the backboard, how to get that ball to actually go in, because he can get there, but he won't have the right spin on it here or there. But as far as getting there, controlling his body, he's unbelievable. Good offensive rebounds. Can't get in the paint and fall asleep.
It'll kill you every time.
Somebody else is coming. You can't fall asleep. You need to grab that. So yeah, I'm looking over at the Campbell sideline, and Brown is still in street clothes. So looks like his tournament is pretty much done. His crutches are sitting behind him. So
you hate to see that. You come all the way out here to compete, and then you hope that whatever play goes down, that it's nothing serious. But with him being on the crutches, that's precaution. You just never know.
You always got to remind everybody too. They love to play basketball, but they get paid to defend the country. So
that's exactly right.
Getting injured, it's bad for your team, but you also want to be able to be ready for the mission.
Right.
There we go. We got an inadvertent whistle and a referee that acknowledges my fault. Not a problem. Take it out. Let's start over.
There's a little confusion on the timeout call. The coaches can't call timeout when the ball is in play, and that was another thing they explained during the pregame. Coaches can only call timeout on a dead ball.
Yeah, that was, and that's one thing too, I believe, because a lot of these officials, some of them being veterans, but they referee ABA and different levels, and sometimes it may be difficult for them to remember that, we're playing NC2A rules, a modified version, 5 fouls, automatic 2, so it's a learning curve, and that's why I am impressed. Nice spin move, missed it at the rim. I'm impressed with how clean it has been, because there is a learning curve for the referees. Hard, wide open, knocks it down. 25 seconds left, 55-61. Got a little bit of a scuffle. Let it get sorted out. It's win or go home.
It's win or go home, and I guess a couple of them got tangled up and got the jaw a little bit too much.
Win or go home. Competitive juices still flow. That's the bottom line. They would get it cleaned up pretty quickly, let the refs figure it out. And that's one thing we talked about even earlier. We were talking with the Wounded Warrior and we're saying that even in the midst of all of these heated battles, 9 times out of 10, once it's all over, the end of the game, we can still shake hands. These guys are still military brothers, and everybody still brings together. But it doesn't stop you from being human and being an athlete. We're going to have fights, we're going to have bickering, we're going to have all that. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, these guys will all shake hands and salute together. That's the way it goes.
And there's a perfect example right there with the coaches.
Coaches
Two fiery guys saying, hey,
part of it.
We'll clean it up, and we're still competitive. But hey, we don't want anything bad to happen out here.
Say, if we do this against each other, imagine what we do to the enemy.
Oh man, they don't.
That's how my parents were always like, if y'all fight this much between the two of y'all,
that's right.
What's gonna happen when y'all go fight somebody else? Yeah, they're in trouble.
They're in trouble. They don't stand a chance.
They're in trouble. Loses it on the spin move. Clark controls it.
That's a classic example of pressing, trying to force the issue when you don't have to.
You don't have to. Goes up, attacks the rim, misses, gets the rebound, puts it back. Second effort is good.
Second chance points. Can't have that. When the team is struggling to score, you give them second chance points. That's an easy way to get back into a ball game.
Absolutely. 57-61. 57-61. 4-point game. We'll take a break. Run the commercials. We'll be back.
Benchmark Mortgage is dedicated to supporting our veterans and first responders.
Benchmark has really gone above and beyond when you go to purchase a home, because at the end of the day, that's really what we go serve for, is that American dream.
Our house is where we keep our family. It's our castle.
The American dream is, have a family and a home and live free.
Their willingness to stand behind us and help all the veterans out means a lot.
Visit us at benchmark.us to learn more about how we are securing the American dream for our American heroes.
Back live. 57-61. Tiz goes down the middle, misses the layup. Secured by Wooten. Pushed by Boyd. Great push ahead pass. And he tried to get a body, but he missed it. Back iron. Clark with the rebound, goes up strong. Mookie, wide open. Long, rebounded, goes up strong, blocked by Wooten. Little delay in game. Davey thought that they got subbed in, but didn't go to the table. We're back. There we go. That's what I was talking about earlier. We're finishing through contact. Extremely important, and would take him to the next level, in my opinion. Going to the line for one. Finishes the three-point play. 62-61. Swings to the move. Mook stands and looks. Looking for Tiz. All right, skills it. Goes up. Fouled on the layup. Good basketball play. Nothing dirty at all. Art was attacking the basket. Tiz fouls him, sends it to the line. 2 free throws coming up. First one rattles around and goes in. Subs, Pierce comes back in the game. 8:47 left. Second one is good. A lot of dribbling right now. Got to get some ball movement going. Step back, pump fake. Drew the foul. Jason Tatum before with this young man. He has a very similar style of being able to score from all three levels. Gets to his spots, never gets rushed. Just has to be a little bit more efficient, I believe, in his percentages, but he's a solid basketball player. First free throw is good, 62-64. 3 for 3 for the free throw line. The game is now 0-0, tie ball game, 64 apiece. Campbell rolls the ball in bounds. Boyd takes control. Swings left, Ard with the pull-up. Buckets. I mentioned before that this young man can get hot. He can get hot quick. In Denver, he did. He put on a shooting exhibition. He is showing right now that that's just what he does. Pierce against Clark. Clark playing solid defense, staying connected. Great defense by Clark. On-ball defense, switched immediately to the new ball handler. Forced a turnover. Love to see that kind of effort from him. He's a difference maker. And with Brown being out, he's extremely important. Skip pass. Clark, standstill three, knocks it down. Not my favorite shot for him to take, but he knocked it down. Big shot, 6-point lead. Tiz gets to the basket, finishes at the rim, staying in attack mode. Talked about his body control earlier. This time he gets to go in off the backboard. Boyd to Clark. Clark trying it again. Second one, not so fortunate. Wooten with a great rebound. Goes up, takes contact, misses the layup. He got a foul on the rebound. Looks like Clark coming in over the back. They called the push on him. Barksdale basketball. Barksdale advances to the front court. Attacks the basket again. Goes up for the finish. Wooten changes his shot. Three-pointer on the way. Good. Second chance opportunities are proven to be critical. You force a team to miss, you got to secure the defensive rebound. Barry in the corner, pump fake, step back. Bucket. Let it fly, young fella, let it fly. 73-69. Barksdale into the front court. Step back. Great rebound by Clark, secures it, drops it off to Boyd. Boyd takes control of the team. Ard to Barry. Barry dribbling, pull up, back to Ard. Kind of fumbles around with it, gives it to Clark. Great call. Great call, Mr. Ref. Contrary to whatever the players are telling you right now, he absolutely walked. On to the next one. Entry pass to Mook. Mook has Barry on him. Fakes left, kicks back out. Wide open three. Short. Wooten with the rebound. Boyd pushing the tempo. So under control. Gets his team set back in the offense. Barry in the corner, gives it to Clark. Clark back high. Reset. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Yep. Turnover, loud ball turnover. Great block by Ard. Kick out to the corner, Barry 3, short. Unbelievable athleticism at the other end. Ard did not give up on the play. Chase down, got him a nice LeBron block. Nice little chase down. There's a lot of action going on in the paint right now. Unfortunately, it's not involving Barksdale boxing out. Trying to out-jump players that are 6 inches taller. I'm not understanding that concept at all. Barksdale's definitely got to get back to putting the body on Wooten and the body on Clark. They're trying to out-jump him, and that's just not going to happen. Got a full timeout on the floor, 69-73.
Ever notice how obvious product placement is?
Huh. I guess I hadn't really noticed.
Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew. Do the dew.
Fresh out of the timeout, Barksdale inbounds the ball. Pierce coming down court. See what Coach Darnell's put together for him. Got a high pick at the top of the key, swings it back to the elbow, attacks the middle, tripping foul. See that quite a bit in teams that usually run zones. They have a hard time figuring out how to time that help side. So they'll kind of go halfway but not fully commit to that help side. And a lot of times you'll leave a leg out there. The referee will call that. That's an easy call, easy whistle. If you're gonna help, gonna slide, gotta commit, go all the way. Floor is clean. All the blood, sweat, and tears has been wiped up. Baseline inbound. Ball comes in, gets it high. Pierce waits for everything behind the defender to clear out. Got a high pick, goes away from it. Pull up, short. Good defense. Clark is being special on the defensive end today. Not sure if Coach Paul or Coach AJ1 has challenged him to play serious defense, but he has been a defensive force today. Ard wide open, in and out. That looked like that was going in. Barksdale comes down to the other end, attacks the rim. There's Wooten again. Wiped it away, windshield wiper. Bang out. Easy breakaway dunk. Quick timeout. I'd imagine that Coach Darnell is just upset about the effort. Get a block on one end, that's one thing, but for nobody to get back on the defensive end, totally unacceptable. We'll see what he has to say to them and how they react out of the timeout here shortly. Nice entry pass. Wooten staying planted, staying down. Great discipline on defense. Turnover Barksdale. Campbell walks it down the court. Coach Paul's over there barking out instructions. Plays get into the offense. Ball swings left, swings back right. Boyd for three. Comes up short. Once again, no box out. Amazing action by Wooten. Just being as active as he normally is. Hustles for the loose ball, throws it off a Barksdale player. Campbell out of bounds. Unforced error on Campbell's part. Barksdale inbounds. 2:53 left. Great entry pass by Tiz, mishandled. Barksdale turns it over. Campbell attacks. Ard kicks it out to Boyd. Boyd, two dribble pull up, float game. Comes up short. Who else but Clark? Offensive rebound, putback. Tiz one-on-one, gets to the middle, gets it off the glass, misses it short. Wide open three on the. Second chance opportunities. You force the missed shot. You've got to control the defensive glass. Clark one-on-one in the post, spin move, fall away, short, Wooten rebound, put back in. Right now, the length is definitely winning out against Barksdale. 1:40 left in the game. Gets to the rim again. Tiz does, and he misses another layup. Boyd secures it. Got a foul on Tiz. Sideline out. Tiz's ability to get to the rim is nice. He's got to work on his angles off of the backboard, finish more of those layups, but they cannot keep him out the paint. It's just unfortunate he's just not able to finish right now. Ball swings left. Boyd looks at Wooten, backs it back out, gets it high to Ard. Ard swings it. Actually dribbles it over to the right-hand side. Fakes the handoff. Entry pass. Nice spin move. Nice finish. Edwards been relatively quiet today, but that was a nice finish at the rim. Mookie, timeline, off. Rebounded by Campbell. Who else? The little general. Boyd controls it, swings it back to Ard on the left side. 36 seconds. Looks like Barksdale has conceded. They're not fouling. They're currently down 9. It appears that Campbell will advance. Quite a fight with Barksdale. Quite a fight. They gave it everything they had. Out of respect, Campbell takes a shot clock violation. What a war. Both of these coaches came in with their teams prepared. Gave everything they had. Effort, energy, a little bit of scrappiness here and there. Little scuffle. We all shake hands. Campbell can rest, get off their feet, hydrate, get ready for the next game. Winning it 81-72. Much props to Barksdale. Represented the Central well. We'll be back for the next game. Day 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Phoenix City, Alabama.
When I was flying, I used to love sitting on the ramp. It's that wind in your face experience. And being on the recumbent kind of brought that back. RPG came through the belly of the aircraft. I'm not sure I would still be here if I didn't find the Friends and Wounded Warrior Project that I did. We don't talk about the female combat wounded. These are our daughters and our sisters and our mothers. I got on the bike and I tried it out. It felt a lot like flight, and I felt like I got a piece of me back. In that moment, I was like, this is it. I'm unstoppable. You know, I can do anything. The truth is, I think we all have this strength inside of us, but until you're tested, you just don't know it's there.